I am your host. Fly.
We'll laugh.
Okay, sorry guys. Very serious.
Straight face, man.
All
Come
right, we're back. How you guys doing?
Pretty good. Watching the games, enjoying the games.
Yeah, I saw you watching the games. How about you, Moo?
The last one was a real barn burner.
Uh-huh. I don't get that one, but I can at least kind of get the context.
Infer, you know.
Yeah. How about you, BSJ?
You know, Broodmother.
Yeah.
Exciting hero. It's exciting hero to watch. You know, really fun.
We tried that one. It wasn't so fun for us, but it was fun for Ramses. So
I mean,
that's good.
they had it absolute last pick, and like it was just like the perfect game for Brood.
Sometimes karma strikes the Brood pickers, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna come back to bite them somehow.
Yeah, actually, you only get one. You know, we won game with Brood. And
Yeah, then
we
the
lost
next
the
time karma comes.
Yep.
We messed
swoops
up,
in.
you know. All right, cool. Well, second game here. I think VP is looking pretty damn good. I don't think they lost a single game this tournament, right?
They have not.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
So is it true that they're gonna replace Keech, Mr. Artstyle, with Solo? No, it's not true.
I mean, probably not, but
No.
I mean, he's doing well here as a stand-in. I imagine it could help them in a way that they're probably a bit more relaxed. They're probably just trying to have fun with their coach, you know. It's not always a bad thing to have a stand-in, I think.
I agree. It looks like the game already started, by the way. This time VP's first pick. Last game, I believe there was second pick.
Yeah, they had
let's
last
see.
pick.
We
So.
banned Omni, Venge, Tusk. What is this Venge ban about? Is this some team specific? I've never even seen them run Venge, actually.
Maybe it's a filler.
I don't know.
Could be.
Yeah, throwaway ban, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't even know if they banned the first game. I know they banned Tusk and Omni, but I'm not sure about the third one. Might have been Venge.
So I don't know reason to ban bench.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not sure about it.
I feel like they just don't ban something and then they pick this Bane. They're like, hey, do something about it, you know?
Yeah, I see it. All right, so
Oh,
Like
okay.
you're one game up in a best of 5. Just
That looks exciting, right? That's what they always pick. With the
well,
Rubik.
there's Ogre too.
Yeah. The thing is, they played it 3 games in a row, right? Two times against you guys, and then the last game, and they just lost with it. So this is just, they might want to switch it up. Maybe they'll go for like a first phase morphing or something because they just lost to it. But otherwise, it might just be an Ogre again.
looks like maybe they'll go for the ET. Yeah,
Oh,
there
yeah.
it is.
That's
That's
a
one of
good
their
call.
classic openers.
Good call.
So-
Kind of denies the morph in a way as well.
Does it though?
VP
Yeah,
has no
VP
problem picking
doesn't
Morphling
seem
into
they care.
counters.
Sure, that's true.
Yeah, I
but
feel like they just don't care.
They
put
might
it
not
anywhere.
care, but I think it's still like
Look at
it
Ramses.
kind of denies like the core morph in a way. They have 2 supports that are both pretty good against core morph.
I think this is some classic opener Fnatic usually runs, and the interesting thing is that Pi is actually the one that plays the Elder Titan, and he starts with boots and then he turns into the position 5. He buys all the wards, and DJ just farms in Rubik.
Yeah, it's.
So-
I don't know if it's just a Rubik thing. I think they did it with Wyvern too, right? When they had like Pi was playing the Night Stalker, so
It's something they have going. Like, I think Secret does a similar thing on some heroes, not Elder Titan, but they do this puppy on melee supports, Night Stalker or Ogre, whatever, and then Yapsor gets the farm. So
Yeah.
I think they're going for some similar approach.
yeah. They also play this offlane, right? On Ohio.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. It's something to keep in mind. When we were drafting earlier today, it was something we mentioned that if they pick ET, then they have it on multiple people playing it, and it's just an opener they like to play with. And I think teamfight is something that's good to have for Fnatic on their supports with the cores they play.
Yeah.
This is something we wanted to prevent, and I think when they pick a Rubik Ogre, they're kind of shutting themselves down in terms of how they want to approach fights, so they rely a lot on different picks than usual. So I think ET is a good hero for them, but I think VP is good at punishing these types of heroes. They're very fast, so.
Yeah. Let's see what they go with the Bane here. Oh, it's
Earth
Earth
Spirit.
Spirit. Same as last game, pretty much. Just Bane instead of a Shadow Demon.
So what do you think about this? How does the Earth Spirit match up to their position for? I mean, it's a Rubik, so it's a bit weird, but you can consider the ET4 in the beginning, I suppose.
I would say both of those supports are pretty good against Earth Spirit. It's like 2 supports that are scary. If you try to go on this mid hero and there's a Rubik there, you might just get lifted, then you're in a bad spot. Same with ET, sort of. I would say ET Earth Spirit later on in the game, it goes both ways because you have like a silence that's pretty easy to cancel the stomp and stuff. So I think the Rubik against Earth Spirit on lane is pretty hard for Earth Spirit, and the ET can kind of go both ways.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think, Moo?
Earth Spirit?
Yeah, about this opener. Who do you prefer, like, going in?
I'd rather be VP, I think.
Yeah?
Just because of the Bane. Bane's just big man, 5 armor.
Yes. It is a big man. Is it the man? What is it, actually?
I mean, it's like a ranged ogre in my mind.
No, but what is the creature bane? Is it like?
Yeah.
Is it a
lore.
male?
It's it,
Yeah, I think
It's
it's just.
it.
I think it's just.
It's
it.
like a.
like the movie, you know.
Yeah, right.
It's a monster that gives you nightmares.
Yeah,
Staple Gunju.
it actually fits pretty well.
Alright, so we got Morph ban this time, even though they have the ET, it's not, they don't feel like it's enough. The Tinker ban, I think this is a very good ban against Fnatic. Tinker ET is a classic combo, and I think he plays one of the best Tinkers. It's something to mention actually that I think Fnatic is better with second pick, because I think they rely a lot on Abed having a good win condition hero.
I was thinking the same thing earlier when we were watching it, so I agree with that.
Yeah, when they picked OD, I was kind of concerned. Like it's
Yeah.
not.
The
It's not
VP
strong
just
enough.
baited them. They picked this DK and they were like, yeah, we're probably gonna like throw away this pick and then they're gonna pick something and we're gonna counter it last pick, and it's pretty much what they did.
Yeah, it worked out really well. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously it felt planned at least. 'Cause
Abaddon ban.
So do they play anything else than Underlord? Because that's all I've seen is Underlord, Abaddon, and Omni from them, and the other two are banned.
I was talking to Adam, their coach, and I told him not to pick Underlord.
yeah, I
again.
said the same
I think
thing. but
So
he
don't do
likes
it.
Tide too, right?
Yeah,
it's
he
like-
likes Tide.
He likes those team fight frontliner.
Tide's pretty
type
nice
of
against
heroes.
Bane, right?
Yeah, Tide's actually pretty good there. I mean,
Yeah.
you can get silenced by Earth Spirit and Nightmare, but it's still kind of hard to do that.
I would say there's a bit of an overlap with the ET and the Tide, but
There it is.
it's just like if you get BKB, a lot of their spells are.
I was gonna say Razor was the immediate response.
straight
Yeah,
away.
I mean, it feels like VP know what they're gonna do. Like they were
Yeah.
laughing when they picked the ET, like predicted, and then
I think the way the Fnatic drafts, it's pretty much the same. Like if they they look at the Abaddon, the Underlord, the Tide. Maybe now they kind of gonna go away from this Underlord, but it was definitely like VP saw it coming. I'm pretty sure. And the Razor insta pick, they get good core matchups.
Yeah.
That's what VP wants in the end. They want to have winning lanes.
Yeah, that's a rough spot to be in on second pick when you have to, if you want to pick your offlaner
Alright.
third there.
All right, I don't know about this.
Bat and Tinker are out. Those are like two heroes like in different lanes. Though.
Do they go for a sniper here?
you don't like TV?
I think it's just dangerous. I mean, what they're gonna do is actually they're gonna pick this and they're gonna keep it open in a way that either Abed plays it if it's a really good TB game, or just Envy plays it if it's not the best TB game. I'm pretty sure that's what they want to do because they have second pick. So I think it's fine.
They needed a hero like this though, right, to push out lanes.
Yeah, I mean, TB matches up pretty well against Razor, right? You can't really go into you if you're both kind of farmed,
And
but you don't see the
Illusions-
matchup, so it's a bit scary. What if VP picks a good hero? I mean, Bat is out, so maybe they planned it already.
You gotta pick something there. I don't know
What
what
do you
else.
want to play here as an offlaner when you see this?
What
The Terrorblade.
the
And
Fnatic
you
lineup?
can assume it's probably Envy playing it.
Something like Legion looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Legion.
that wouldn't be bad actually, but I'm a little like you need to shove lanes a little bit because Bane and Earth Spirit aren't gonna do it.
That's true.
I think the Legion against Tide and ET is pretty rough. Like you commit with a duel and there's like two heroes that will stop your backliners. They can't really get
If you
into
can get rolling though,
Is
like
Shadow
with
Demon
Snowball,
banned?
it's good.
Shadow Demon is not banned.
They might pick an offlane nest even though it might be a little weird. This could be a good hero.
I don't mind it though, honestly. Like
It's a little weird at how it would work, but I'm trying to think what Pasha usually likes.
They
Puck
only
is
have 4
pretty good here,
seconds.
actually. Alright, Brewmaster.
I mean that's just the classic, right? You throw up the Tide, you dispel the TB illusions.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'd say it's not the worst lane for TB, but it gives VP a team fight to like come back into this, because if they pick something like LC, then yeah, I don't see them fighting them in a million years.
Yeah. You needed a team fighter, you needed something to shove lanes a little bit, and then you needed something that can also like lane on its own. So Brewmaster's okay. At least you can make TB sad by
Yeah.
Drunken Haze.
Yeah, I think it's also like they can pick a hero offlane that doesn't really have to solo because they have their Razor against Tidehunter, so they can sort of leave him alone up there and they can maybe like play like a sort of pseudo aggro tri-lane.
Do you ban Brood with this lineup?
I
think-
mean, it's just a respect ban at this point.
Yeah, it's probably like they just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, I don't think VP was over. Like, they're not looking at this and like, yeah, this looks like an amazing Brood game. Even though it's not bad.
They might have still picked it. No, they actually wouldn't, right? Because they don't have last pick.
I mean, it could be like the case where they just pick it so like Fnatic has to respond. They feel like they need to. They limit Abed's pull for the last pick. That might be an idea.
I also feel like though it's much easier to deal with Brood if you have two heroes instead of just one.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Tide is
I think
already good.
if they banned TA and picked Brood, it would have been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe when their second pick we'll see it again, but I don't think they're gonna do it as first pick like this.
I think this is actually a slightly annoying situation for VP. I think this last pick from Fnatic could be very strong.
They don't have much time either.
The
they
good
have
thing,
5 seconds.
this is
Hey,
the
tower
advantage,
damage, right?
right, for Fnatic, where they get a straight like
Shut
up.
matchup counter here. They know like VP have to pick a mid hero and then Fnatic respond instantly. So this is the advantage of second pick, I suppose.
Yeah. So they got time. They can choose whatever. I think VP has a bit of a trouble closing the gap here if they pick some long-range hero against Razor and SF. I actually think this is a really... It turned out to be a very good TB game.
I
if
agree.
this TB gets fat. I mean, what do you think, BSJ? You're the TB specialist.
Yeah. No, I definitely think this is an ideal Terrorblade game. You can't run into towers because of the Brood blink. Like you can't. It's hard to group up and push after he has that. But it's really easy for you to split push lanes and you feel safe. Like the only catch they have is the 2 supports, and Bane's not particularly good at catching heroes like TB that can kind of protect themselves with the illusions. I think something like Sniper or Quap's good here. I feel like either mobility because they lack catch. And they can kill the Shadow Fiend mid, or something that, like you said, is long range.
I like Quap more, because then it gives Tide a hero to play around. If you pick Sniper, the Tide has to just kind of walk in. Where if you pick Quap, the Quap can go in, and then the Tide can follow.
Quap's an Abed hero, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to play it a lot, especially for DC. But I think they just want him on win condition, and
that's true.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky.
You can also pick an EE hero, though, right?
They could, but I don't think they want to put this TB mid against SF.
I think they want to last pick up at 0.
Yeah,
pretty sure.
I think so too. I mean, they can pick TA if they want a good matchup, but they're gonna put Bane mid and he's gonna suffer. So I don't think that's good.
Anything the Fnatic picks, I like if they have a blink dagger on it or some kind of mobility, because that way Tide doesn't have to go blink.
Yeah.
He can just buy tank items and walk in and tank spells.
What happened to a hero like Mirana? They have a lot of setup for that too.
It's just weak.
It's just.
I think the way VP is thinking about this is that no matter what, they have this Bane SF middle, and they're gonna bully pretty much any hero that's picked right now.
Yeah.
And they have the Razor top, so they don't care about this Tide Hunter. So whatever they pick now, alright, PL.
I like that.
I like it too, though.
That's pretty
solid. I would say SF is.
It gives them
really
it leaves them on link
PL.
condition, and it's something that Fnatic's been picking a lot and has a lot of success with.
Mid to late game, he's one of the hardest counters to SF, I think, because you can go on him and he can't really stop you from running at him, and if you ever try to ult, he can just doppelganger dodge it too. So you don't really have a counterplay to him up in your face.
I think the way they're gonna play is they're not gonna ever run into VP's draft. They're just gonna send their illusions, use their spells like ET, Rubik, and use Tide as the space.
Yeah.
Like if they ever run into the Fnatic draft, Tide ravages, but Tide's never gonna go in on VP drafts.
Well, predictions. Who's gonna win?
I'm gonna go with VP.
I'm gonna go Fnatic.
I like compared to last game's draft, I actually think Fnatic has the draft advantage this game, but I do think VP's a better team. But I'm going with Fnatic.
Only because they didn't pick Underlord.
I'm gonna go VP because I think they're the better team, and what I see from Fnatic is that they have this TB and PL, and these guys are not gonna play together for pretty much the entire game. They're gonna be on 2 different places, and VP is a very fast team, and if you give no one a good lane, which I think this is a very good lane for him against PL, he can snowball the game a bit too fast, and if they get this Roshan, they hit high ground. I don't know what Fnatic actually does. They need to buy time, and if they get to that point where they take one good fight, that they wipe VP, they're probably going to win the game. So I think there's a bit of a clock on VP doing the right things, but this is a lot of the times how VP plays anyways. They play fast and they don't care about having the better win condition.
That seems like an EU bias couch over there. I don't know.
No, I agree.
EU
VP likes
versus C?
I agree with everything you said, but
VP likes to keep their drafts open. I just really like Fnatic's, and I like Fnatic's draft. I have faith in them.
I believe in Jackie.
Yeah, I do too. The only thing I'm not sure about is this Brewmaster against TB, because I feel like I remember testing that a bit, like the Dispel and the Illusions, and I feel like even when TB gets really, the Illusions have really high HP, they just die to the Dispel. So I'm not entirely sure about that matchup. It's been a while since I tested it, but I feel like there's something rough about it, so that's why I'm going with...
I would say that it's pretty strong until a certain point where TB gets enough HP. But
yeah.
It's really hard to
gonna
get
take
enough
a while
HP
too
on TB though.
Yeah.
Now that they nerfed his strength gain and stuff, he doesn't ever really have enough to keep his illusions alive.
It does doesn't it do over 3k damage or something?
Not 3k. I think it does around 800 or something like that. So illusions.
So yeah, it's 800 or 1,000 amped, by the.
But they will do a good chunk even when he's four items in. His illusions will take a lot of damage, enough to get AoE down by the rest of the team. But the PL is the bigger issue, right, for the Brewmaster?
PL is the win condition.
You can't actually do anything to his illusions. If you killed them, they just come back.
If they can give PL a good lane, I don't know if that's possible. Are they putting him? No, they're putting him mid.
It looks like Fnatic is going to aggro here with the TB. He's bottom right now.
Yeah, they don't want the Razor against the Tide.
Yeah, that's a good move, I think.
Should he have skilled his W there on Rubik?
He skills it every game. so like that we've played against.
Is it to help deny?
It's just for the lane. They shove it out and they last hit.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
I mean, it's like minus 28 damage, right? Or 26? So it's like
Something
impossible
like
to fuck. It's impossible to do anything.
20, yeah, 20 level 1. Yeah, that's significant.
We got art style mid here, my boy, ready to brain sap people.
Is position 5 fun, Fly? Is this what you do?
It's actually getting kind of miserable. I actually think this deny thing is a silly mechanic in Dota because it takes away a lot of what support, but like you just can't play certain supports in the game. You want to play a Crystal Maiden right now, you want to have a 30 damage, 270 movement speed hero in the game? I don't think so.
I mean, I feel like it's killed a lot of offlaners too.
I think the biggest problem is that like neutrals are really bad, and like what's it called? Like killing heroes early on is really bad. So you don't have a lot of options. I feel like as a support, it's literally way better to just deny creeps on the lane than to run around and kill heroes, which is absurd. I think
it's boring.
It's boring, and it doesn't really make any sense in my mind.
Funny because carries earlier in the couch were saying how much they love it.
Yeah, of course. They just can sit in their lane. But now I have to play Brewmaster every game, and you don't actually do anything. You just drunken haze and hope they miss and don't get a deny.
Oh yeah, but I can tell you right now, carries, they don't like Brewmaster just for that reason.
Yeah,
that's why you pick it.
That's why we pick it.
Yeah.
you haze them and you
that's
taunt.
why we ban it.
you don't even get CS. You just hope they don't get denies.
Alright, well, this mid lane is going really good for VP.
Probably. Second race missed.
Got him.
He could have maybe just ran away there. I think he has boots, right?
Yeah, he has boots in the spirit. He probably could have ran away.
This is Pally I were talking about. He wants to die.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he wanted to die like that, but
this mid lane is gonna get out of control, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna get harder and harder for the PL probably.
If the tower dies early, then it's really rough.
VP swapped the Brewmaster bot. I feel like Fnatic should just respond and TP this terribly top.
Rubik's already TPing top.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do it here.
Yeah, they have to, because this Brewmaster's gonna get too much.
But I think Racer he didn't actually. He walked up here, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, he did actually walk.
He has boots first.
He
They do this a lot on Ramses.
He's dead here.
Oh, he's dead. At least he has a TP, right? That's good.
Yeah.
Feels good, man.
He's playing really aggressive.
Oops. SF dies.
dies as well.
Wait, that was a solo kill.
That is actually
What
really
is his skill build on Abed? Is it 2? Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
No points rush.
Huh.
Yeah, usually people have been going for like the 1 or 2 points in rush before even putting a point in Lance.
VP's just playing a little too aggressive, I guess. Like,
yeah. That's really big.
That
for
is
Fnatic.
a huge thing. Because now mid lane he's not gonna feel as good.
That's a good move by Jackie. He waits for the Racer to TP top, and as soon as he sees him TP, he TPs up there. So now Racer has to run again if he wants to dodge his lane.
yeah, he doesn't want to move anymore though.
Yeah, he doesn't. He might just.
He might actually die here again.
Yeah, there's
he's sapping a lot of damage.
There's 4 heroes here. They can kill him without TB attribution.
Okay,
Maybe
let's
not.
here, boys.
Boots first. I actually like the boots first from Ramses when he plays Razor a lot.
Oh, little miscoordination there.
Right.
Razor has a lot of damage. So
Look at this Bane hero.
Bane is just manning up to 4 heroes.
The range
oh,
ogre,
the
boys.
Fairy Fire. That's an Archstar classic. Fairy Fire on support.
Alright.
Do they have a lift soon? They should. I think Glow is probably gonna die. There's no mana.
This is the dream for
Oh,
Pasha
Spirit
right
was way off the mark by Pi.
Okay,
So
we
still
good.
gonna die.
I like what
This is good
he?
stuff.
Ohio did though. He stayed top to get a kill with Gush. I mean, right now they might be like 3 heroes chasing this guy.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's a good move.
Don't look at the CS score. Don't worry about it. Okay, we can put it back. Thank you.
Ohio's happy right
Okay,
now.
that was actually not that good when you
No,
think
no,
about
no.
it. This whole thing.
It's all about the creeps. That's the problem.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Even if they kill VP, they're gonna come back to the lanes and they're gonna keep continuing.
I feel like
getting
VP
the
understands that if they die, it doesn't matter.
Like they have a Brewmaster farming, they're just like, okay, well.
Alright, be Gucci. We back on track here. No one's back.
Probably like almost a 2K lead now.
Yeah.
2 solo
should
kills
be.
in the mid lane now, 1 each way.
Yeah.
Already. The Brewmaster's super far ahead because he just had like 2 minutes of free space.
This is a disaster, actually. This is one of the things that VP is probably the best team in Dota about, this whole laning. They're just super good at laning, and their cores they know the core matchups extremely well. They always know what hero to put against what, and then they play lanes.
I think they should like stop trying to help the Terrorblade against the Razor and like maybe look for a gank on the Shadow Fiend, because like if they continue to try to help him top, like he's not nearly as strong as the Razor when he doesn't have meta, and like I feel like they're just putting a lot of effort into a lane that they're losing the other two. too, so that kind of just leaves you losing all 3 lanes.
Yeah.
Can you even help Tide?
I mean, I'm saying like a gank, yeah.
Yeah, this bot lane is probably just gonna be a wash like from now on. Maybe this Tide or Brood's gonna split on the Tide, but I don't feel the supports are gonna move down here. They're probably gonna move mid if anything.
Looks like they're smoking mid right now,
Ooh,
maybe
Arcanes.
on Fnatic.
I actually don't mind Arcanes. You just spam the
Nice.
Tide now.
Hey,
Yeah.
they heard me. Can you make sure they're
But the
not
thing
checking
is,
the stream?
this is a pretty obvious smoke because VP supports running into the jungle. I feel like no one shouldn't have died here.
No, you shouldn't have. Oh, Lil's here, boys. With the kick.
Maybe it was.
They might get a return kill.
Maybe he
At
wasn't dying.
least. Nice. Alright. He tried to turn. Alright, that's.
I think they still needed to do that. He's level 4
they
on
did need to
PL.
do it. The problem is it doesn't really accomplish a lot.
Oh, he has no mana.
Where's your Arcanes now?
Alright, 2 mana off. If he waited for the gush and then sticked, we're good.
Would you have waited for the gush move?
Probably not.
Okay.
I probably would have miscalculated as well.
Would get excited.
I would.
I think they have to kill this SF again. They have to shut him down. I mean, this was a good kill. I think it was better for Fnatic overall, even though the PL died, but it's a bit iffy. Look at the levels. This guy is almost level 7, and PL is 4, close to 5. Yeah, they realize that Envy is coming in,
This
boys.
is an Envy classic.
Envy's having a really
DD
hard time.
Terrorblade with meta. He's going to hit for like 200.
I feel like it's his Envy every game, though. He has a hard time in his lane and comes mid.
There you go.
This guy better die. Okay, good.
DD Eternal Envy.
Yeah, he's level 3.
I actually feel like Envy is resigned to becoming a support in this team because like DJ, you know, farms a lot and Ohio farms a lot, Abbott farms a lot. And then somebody has to do something, right?
It's just Paladin and Jackie running around and creating space.
Okay, they want to defend this tower. Like they don't want to give away this mid tower. It's a bit too big right now, so we'll see if they can. Catapult
Jackie doing
sitting.
some good scouting with the illusions.
Yeah, he's pulling the wave away. Never mind, he can't.
This is the EE I know and love. The
Yes.
level 4 tower push.
Alright, they're going. This guy's dead.
This feels very, very rushed.
This was. Oh, if he
He's
dies
fine.
here.
He's gonna get rooted.
Oh, look at that. See? Calculated.
No RNG necessary for that one.
No,
That
absolutely
was a lot of space, though. The Tide's going to push bottom now. He's already at the tower.
DJ's getting some levels top.
It was good damage on the tower, but either way, it wasn't like completely calculated.
Yeah.
It could have just backed off.
Yeah,
They had to do something, though. So
Yeah.
I appreciate
It
the
was
effort.
good. I think the idea was right, but they should have probably just like
Backed off.
backed off. I feel like they're just like they feel like they have to do a little bit more. And they kind of do, but I mean it's a hard spot to be in. They probably should have backed off when they saw the SF.
I like this 4-staff by the Tide against the Razor specifically.
I think, I don't know. It'll help, but he needs to force off his teammates. And then he's just Brown Boots force fast Tide.
Is that not the dream?
It's not the dream.
Oh, okay.
Alright, these guys are upset. Here comes Ramsey's 666.
That's a lot of damage.
Oh, almost.
Raindrops.
Is that a max Q on Ramses so you can farm?
Yeah, it has to be, right? That was so much damage.
Yeah. This is nice. No E. Wow.
It like makes it really hard to CS randomly early on. I feel like you only get it for kills, and by the time he was gonna maybe kill people, they were all gone to mid lane.
I actually like the max plasma field on Razor. I think it's underrated. There's like people don't always do it, and I think it's very useful.
It's a farming steroid, right?
When you win your lane, you have max plasma field, you can farm a lot. Because your mana region's actually fine.
Oh, they forced the split bottom by going on him, and this split's gonna be maybe for nothing, maybe for a kill. We'll see. I don't know if this is enough actually to kill him.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they can actually kill Tide.
They need SF for this.
Tide just pushes
They might
E.
turn around.
Yeah, they might turn
If
this.
he's staying on Brew, he's gonna
He's
die.
gonna ravage the. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, nice.
Was that a necessary ravage?
You might as well use it,
They
right?
might die too
Okay.
for it. Yeah.
I don't mind
If
it.
this guy dies,
Yeah,
that's good.
It's worth.
Yeah, the fact that he clipped the air spirit.
Nice. That's good for Fnatic. Everyone's
Eternal
here,
Envy's
boys.
here, level 4, ready to go.
He can't go top, dude. He can't go mid.
Yeah, no, I'm
Jungle-
not even flaming. Like,
Jungle's not worth it. Like, I don't know.
this is his best play, even though it's level 4 push.
I feel like the biggest problem for Fnatic was the entire TV against Racer matchup. It didn't really work out for them. Like they got it pretty well with the Racer kill, and then he TP top, but he wasn't really CSing. So
God, the
3
TPs.
TPs. VP.
The map's going to open up for Terrorblade with these towers, though, so I think it's like he's a hero that can recover decently well.
VP's making sure they don't take
Yeah,
towers
see,
for
he's
free,
top
though.
now. He's going to get some nice farm here.
I think that was good for Fnatic because they forced VP to move, even though they don't have any spells. So pretty good for Fnatic. They're gonna get like the entire top of the map here to farm.
Yeah, they're happy with this for sure.
EE will gain a lot of levels and then come back into the game.
Oh, Bane might be in trouble here. Do they have another lance? Yeah, they do.
Pretty deep. Jackie's here.
It's probably just on a warding mission.
You got one down right there.
Such as life.
Terrorblade's a great comeback hero.
He is. I think Fnatic is. They're gonna play this dodgy game, and like Envy's gonna have to farm for a very long time to be relevant in this game. Like PL is doing okay, but I think VP can kind of force things with split. Like there's no way that Fnatic actually fights them when they're split up and they're together.
On Brewmaster?
He almost has dagger.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty huge for them. Like they don't really have a way to force fights until that and Bane 6.
So I think for Fnatic they kind of just need like this Rubik and the ET to be defending towers, and then this Tide pushes out lanes like a madman, and then TP can push with illusions, and PL can just sort of farm. So just like put pressure on the map and like have these supports defend towers, because they're pretty good at defending with Rubik and ET. If they can not die and like have lanes to farm, it's really good for them.
Highlight die here showing little what's up. Yeah. What now? Alright.
Random screeches in the background.
I mean, this game is all about mentally bullying people, right? And Pi kind of won that war right there.
Yes.
So it's important.
Did Arslan place that ward while he was dying before? On the one on the ancient camp?
This was a bit before he died, the one close to it. But I mean, Artstar is just on a mission everywhere. He's always out and about.
I feel like every time I see him, he's just dying. And I don't know if that's bad. Like,
I mean, it's not good, you could say.
It's not the worst in the world.
Like, the thing is, when heroes are starting to get level 4 and 5, kills actually give you something again, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's good. Like, Envy's level 7 all of a sudden. He was like 4, now he's 7. He's starting to get happy, and they're going to do this wraparound middle. This could be really good for Fnatic. Let's see. Courier died.
Radiant Courier.
But so is this guy.
The Courier is actually huge.
Wow.
And Rubik got Requiem.
Is it level 1 Requiem though, right?
Yeah. It's
still 50% damage reduction.
Yeah. Alright, the split is here, but they're not going to get anything out of this.
This is really good for Fnatic. Like, perfect.
I feel like this is the kind of game Fnatic wants to, is a longer game.
If they can do this and they can keep doing this, it's perfect for them. They're just stalling for now.
Yeah, this is what they need to do. Like, if this game gets to 35 minutes and the game is like not completely out of control, they can win this game off of PL and TB.
Most mid PLs go for treads, but I really like that Abed went for Brown Boots saving for bots, because like you said, they're really going to try to slow down the game, I think. And that'll, like, their lack of catch on VP will allow him to split push and kind of kite them around the map.
It might also be a thing that he feels like he's behind, so he wants to have his diffusal faster. He's only at 38 CS right now.
Yeah, he's actually really under farm. I know it's a really hard lane for him, but I guess that's just how
the map opens up now. The tier 2.
They actually have the gold lead now on Fnatic.
Yeah, that's very big. I think Ohio's been doing a really good job this game.
Yeah, he's pretty high net worth actually.
I think they like looked at the picks and were like, we can't win this mid lane, so they just pick like a hero that they think he can like carry the game on in terms of matchups late game.
Yeah, it's probably good. It's a good call to make. Like, if you don't feel like you're gonna win this lane anyway, you might as well have some other stage of the game where you feel like this hero's gonna be like really good for them, which is probably their idea behind it.
The problem with VP right now is I think they can't take towers, right? Like, the Razor's just hitting this tower alone, but it's never gonna die.
Yeah.
Rubik Fabled in those.
If you can't take towers versus Fnatic, TB and PL will eventually just play on opposite sides of the map and push out lanes, and one of them's gonna get farm.
I think this is one of the reasons why this ET Rubik has worked out so well for them. Like, they're very greedy Fnatic. They're just a greedy team, and then they end up having the supports that can just deep-push and be annoying, making it harder for you to get objectives.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this might be a kill here.
Or good silence by Lil. Nice. He hit both of them.
Oh
my god, Jackie.
That's a Jackie Lamau play right there, boys.
That was not good.
Yeah, I think Jackie is playing support, honestly. DJ.
He's going drums.
That just happened. I like Pasha. Oh, stolen grip, but this is probably going to be Fnatic dying everywhere.
Oh, they can get out now.
Just cut their losses.
Yeah, get out fast.
Alright, that could have been a lot worse.
The bad part is everyone in Fnatic TP'd in, so now they lose control of bottom and mid lane.
I feel like the Rubik and ET are like... Is he fine here?
Alright, there is Ravage. They could start TPing in and killing them, but looks
I think they're already all TP'd, right?
There's a Saudi.
Like that play was very rushed, right?
Yeah.
Like, they don't even need to do that. They had PL on the bottom lane with a lot of space.
I can imagine Pi is just saying like, don't come here, you know. It's just like Rubik and ET. They're going for this play. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's no big deal. They're forcing heroes there. But if the cores are TPing there as well, then they don't really get anything from it. Like, they need them to be farming in this time.
Yeah, they need to just not panic and not like react too hard to things VP are doing.
Yeah.
This
Pasha
could be a
might
kill.
be dead.
Nice. That's a kill. Give it to Envy.
That's right.
Nice.
That's right.
That's what we're talking
Drums
about.
complete. Terrorblade
Easy.
15.
I feel like he always does this drums into Mask of Madness build on TV. Is that not? I don't watch a lot of his streams, but the games I've seen is when he always buys drums in Mom.
I think Envy's thoughts on his team is that since his other two cores are very greedy, he can't go this like 100 farming builds.
Goodbye, sir.
Toast.
Alright. I don't know what he was doing there, but
I don't think that's too bad. I think if like they're pushing aggressively, like this peel is farming top and they're pressuring bot at the same time, right? So I feel like there might be a fight here.
Focusing different targets.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
That's a
Pasha's
good
tipping
kill.
in with split here.
No Sunder yet. 15
Alright,
seconds.
Envy is
Throw up
just
Rubik,
dead.
kill Envy.
And this guy's dead too.
Very good play by Pasha.
They're just kind of messing up, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like after this tide dies mid, it's already too late to make this play bot. Like it's already like the time they had to make it is out because VP is not really doing anything else on the map, so they have time to respond to it. If they're doing it at the same time that they're going on the tide, they might just get this kill and get out.
Well, I think Fnatic can't really afford to mess up much anymore because right now they gave away a big lead to VP, and this is pretty much what VP needs to win this game.
Yeah.
They need to be ahead, and this SF needs to be a monster, and he's kind of getting to that point. He almost has BKB.
Yeah, they both have BKB almost.
Yeah, they're taking double BKB timing.
I think they're gonna want to get Roche, but then like it would have been nice if Rue had the flats for Roche, but they can do it without. He's going Radiance, which is I guess he wants it against PL and all these illusions.
At late game, like PL at all stages, it just owns him. Honestly,
he's probably just gonna go like Radiance Shivas. It's really good against both their cores.
Yeah. I think something, I mean, Fnatic, the way they just play is it's always this type of thing with 3 different heroes pushing 3 different lanes.
Yeah, it's very greedy.
Yeah. But it works out for them sometimes.
As long as they don't lose towers, it's fine.
If they organize it a bit this game, it could be really hard for VP to push their advantage.
Yeah.
And I think the problem I see with this ET tide that BKB counters is it's gonna be a problem for them because this Roche is basically free for Fnatic or for VP if they have BKBs.
I was right on top of a ward. That's
Oh no!
They do have some decent poke though from
Pasha's
Fnatic.
breaking it? No, he's not.
They don't have split right
They
now,
know
so he
they're
doesn't want to
coming.
break it.
Why do they even want to fight actually? Is there a reason?
On side of Fnatic, you mean?
Yeah.
I think
why do
they're
they
worried
wanna
about the
fight?
Roche.
Yeah, they're smoking the rush.
They have a ward actually. They do have a ward, so they see a little bit, but
They're going on Archstyle. That's not the worst if they can
Alright.
burst him.
it's one art style. One art style down. Got him.
Didn't get spells off. That's decent, but it's not really significant.
Acceptable.
It's a smoke, you know, and they didn't really stop the Roche.
They did it right on top of the ward, so
Yeah.
that
I
was
guess
best
it's
we can turn out.
considering the circumstances, it was pretty good for them to get something out of it.
I actually don't see really what their timing was there. Like if there
I think
was
they're
something.
I think they just wanted to fight the Roche. I think that's all.
Yeah.
And they didn't know if they were doing it. Maybe I don't know.
They're gonna have double BKB. They should have one on SF already, and Razor should have his.
He has it. Yeah.
Yeah. VP is just like making sure they get this rush fight, and they're gonna try to finish high ground after that, or at least control and take all the towers.
When does Fnatic fight them?
They do have ET for this Roche fight, which might make the BKBs a bit awkward. Like if they get a stomp on the course and then they just run in and ravage, you know, it could work. But this Racer is not very tanky. Like I feel like he could die to this TV.
Oh, nice silence.
I think DG is probably just dead.
Goodbye, sir. This is an opening for them to look at Roche, but I think they have a good ward, so they should just keep hunting them when they come to Roche.
Yeah.
Just keep jumping and killing them.
Fnatic is pushing 2 other lanes though, so this isn't like absolutely terrible for them.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
they're getting farm.
This peel is still. He did go for the treads after all.
Yeah,
so
as I said, he was gonna go back for treads to speed up his defusal timing.
Uh-oh. He has no doppelganger. TP out. Should be good.
He's out.
Nice.
Good TP.
Yeah.
He TP'd to the shrine actually.
Efficiency. Uh-oh. But split. Alright, it's just one kill.
Pi dice, I feel like that's probably going to be the Roche if they really want it, because he's the one who can scout the Roche.
He's up in 30, so maybe they won't have time.
Yeah, they're not really close to it.
Can VP even rush that efficiently?
I'm not sure about
Only
it.
don't
damages us.
have any
This SF
sustain.
deals a lot of damage.
They don't have a medallion though, right?
They're
No,
building it
no.
on Bane, but they don't have one yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
sure.
He almost has it.
They don't have sustain. Maybe they have Earn on Earth Spirit.
There we go.
Which might be enough.
He's farming it up in the mid
He
lane.
does not. He's actually really poor on Lil. he has his urn in his
yeah, he is.
stash. I feel like he's missing some, like compared to his net worth, he doesn't have the items to, you know, to match it.
This is not an enjoyable support game so far.
Not really much to do, I guess.
It's the life of a Bane. You do something for 5 to 10 minutes and then you cry.
Yeah. The VP cores are taken up a lot this game. They have like really high net worth compared to the Fnatic cores.
Yeah, this SF is very strong right now. I think it's really hard to fight into him.
He's probably gonna have like, he's probably peaking like the next 10 to 15 minutes, and after that I feel like this is like the 10 to 15 minutes that Fnatic are the most worried about for this SF, I feel like.
Yeah, they are. But they are slowly climbing back up in the gold on their cores. Alright, they might get a kill here. Nice
Fnatic needs to get another wave of items before they can feel
They're gonna
good.
force a fight here.
Yeah, I feel like when the PL gets Manta, TV gets BKB maybe, they feel much better.
Yeah.
But until then, they feel pretty stressed and they don't want to fight, like ever.
They're gonna keep catching them here. Here we go.
This is a bad fight for
disaster.
Fnatic. You need to run.
Just abandoned ship. Okay, we out. Yeah, this is they could actually just force them to go back to base here. They could just push high ground.
Yeah, looks like
The Tide TP'd bottom, he has to run back to
he
base.
has no way to actually run.
This might just be...
This is actually a disaster.
It's at least a tier 3, I think.
At tier 3, if not the whole racks. They still have BKB SF.
Possibly, yeah.
That was a nice sequence by VP though, getting a kill.
They didn't use any spells except for Razor Ult.
They used
And
BKB
Bane
on
ult,
Razor.
Bane ult.
I actually think they forced it, yeah. Let's see
Tide's
if they
almost
go.
here.
This is a perfect fight for VP.
He has Blink Ravage. I don't know if he showed the Blink before.
He's no.
Not there.
They don't want to fight. They got the range racks, they got tier 3, they go take shrines now, get Roche.
Showing some nice
AC
patience.
on Shadow Fiend, now Roche will be
AC.
super easy.
Pushing out bottom first.
He pretty much does, huh?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just got it.
That was a very farmed Shadow Fiend.
Alright.
I mean, I guess you go AC and you win the game, right? With the Aegis.
Yeah, and he knows like the matchup doesn't get better against these illusion cores, so he's just like, as long as they don't have these massive items up, they only have small items.
I actually like this a
Butter
lot.
be better?
No, I like this a lot because you get AC. They don't really have any tower push, right? So like natural at least. So they get AC, they get the level 20 talent, whereas Aura affects buildings, and then you can just kill the buildings.
It's
now.
level 15.
Oh, is it
I
15?
did,
Oh, okay, never mind. My plan is gone.
I can see.
Still like the
here.
AC.
The AC though.
The
I
only
still
thing
like it
I'm not
personally.
sure about is the TP reflection. It might be like a double-edged sword. I'm not sure about it. Maybe it's not significant.
I don't think it's that bad.
Oh, he is a very experienced SF player, this guy, so he has it for a reason. This guy's going Shivas. Yeah, I mean, they're building good items though in general.
It's also for the Elder Titan, right?
Yeah,
but I guess
sure.
it doesn't really matter because the Elder Titan's never gonna like run on top of you.
Yeah, it's only it's only the actual hero that applies the minus armor.
the real ET is never gonna get close.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. Alright, they're still kind of looking for kills here. Split off. E is just dead.
God
I
damn.
mean, honestly, the
How does he even play when he can just die like that?
VP is just kind of styling. It's like, what can Fnatic actually do in this game anymore? They just keep farming and hope for the best.
Yeah. It's not a good spot to be in.
I feel like they had their chance to win this game, Fnatic, and then they threw it away like within a series of 2 to 3 plays that they just shouldn't have made.
Yeah, but it's also like VP hitting a timing where they're comfortable at just like playing really aggro, and then Fnatic maybe not seeing that timing coming, and then they just like they lose like a hero once, and then it snowballs. They lose in, like they lost like 6k gold advantages the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah. It's only gonna get higher now because they're gonna get another. They get 3 more towers on outside the base, and they can claim probably all the tier 3s now.
I feel like it's a bit scary, like when Fnatic plays with this kind of mindset where all what they're doing is basically just trying to dodge the opponent consistently, and VP is just like, yeah, sure, this is one of the best teams at closing, the game out and finding these correct situations.
It's not a good spot to be in where they're just farming to farm. It's not like they really have like I don't feel like they have a specific timing where they're like, okay, this is it, now we can just go and fight them. They're just kind of just farming to get some items. You know?
I feel like they had a timing where they threw it away.
Yeah, maybe.
Now it's way too late.
That's a bit of the TV PL issue though. It's just 2 heroes who wants to farm, and
yeah, they never had the chance to take a 5-on-5 fight. That's what I'm saying. Like maybe if they fought before BKBs,
oh god,
then they would have gotten maybe a trade.
He should taunt. Oh,
I know for a fact Moo would taunt right there.
I taunt every time on Tide.
I think that's the correct play.
Yes.
The hero's too boring to not taunt.
It's definitely top taunt in the game, or one of the top. Alright, well, back to pushing waves. Here we go.
What do they do? I feel like if I'm playing Fnatic, my comms are like silent right now.
Yeah, probably.
There's not really much to say.
It's a good kill if they can get it. But VP's all collapsing here.
Alright,
So
here we go.
Radiant's all 9 on the brew, I think.
Yeah, it should be.
Pie's dead.
Run away. And he should be fine.
yeah,
Nice silence.
Silence.
Oh, never mind. Forgot Earth Spirit's in the game.
Lil's been pretty on point with silences.
Yeah, it's been a really good tournament for him in general. I think he's adapted really well, considering that he has like a new support partner. It's not really new. I guess he's their coach, but it's still like he's changed a bit in this game. He's not as he's a bit more sacrificial, I think.
Yeah, Solo is the ogre running around warding with boots and nothing.
Archstall's not really the same.
No, he's not.
Historically, at least.
Alright, TV wants to fight. And he will fight him and get him actually. Alright. Got him.
Got him.
Alright, that's one.
Do you have a void there? I feel like you hit him around the corner.
DJ still managed to get heals. He's actually surprisingly, I mean, he has an item. This guy always seems to find farm somewhere.
He has 8 kills.
Oh, actually, yes, 8 kill steals. Excellent.
He's
sir.
half-
kill steals.
He has half of their kills.
I think Abed would have wanted that, but you know, like I said, DJ is actually one of their cores. Alright, they might find the SF here.
He's pretty
He's
fast.
not gonna catch him though, he's way too fast.
Pie's like, nah, this ain't happening.
He's going butter next. I think he's gonna be untouchable.
Yeah, I don't know how they kill him.
Oh,
Got
he
him.
actually got hit.
Well played.
That's a mental victory for Pie right there.
Yes. It is. Alright, so VP pretty much took care of all the towers. I mean, there's one more mid tower. And we're out.
So
Can
some-
they actually go and force it with this? They still have Aegis.
I think if they just pop split, throw TB in the air or Tide, and then just hit the buildings. It's pretty easy.
So Mail was talking about how Eternal Envy really hits a timing when they're down 2 lanes of racks. Do you think that that's a possibility this game as they're timing
we
for
talked
fight?
about it as well.
Yes, that's how it works.
When 2 racks are down, the anime music comes up.
Oh.
He goes like super mode, and the game becomes a lot more hard to play.
Do you think that applies to 2 games down?
It
2
always
games
applies.
is
Like even more games lost is always also better. You know, like it's all about the disadvantage you're at. The more disadvantage, the better.
That's
So,
true actually.
Like, you gotta make sure that when Jackie's down, you gotta finish him off. Otherwise, he's gonna come right back.
I like that one. Surprise, and then he's out. But it's true. You know, it's always in every anime, you know, it looks really, really bad. You're about to, you know, die or lose the tournament or whatever it is. And
World's gonna get destroyed.
Suddenly you come back, and nobody expected it, although you actually expected it to happen.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for their timing. You know, we were talking about. I don't know what their timing is.
No, I don't think they know either at this point. It's like, that's like a bit of a problem for me when you look at these teams. You know, one team has a strategy, the other team, they kind of just pick their heroes and they're like, yeah, we will win.
I'm sure Fnatic had a strategy. It just
I'm actually not so sure about that. DJ.
He went for the Sunder on
Oh,
the
he
Rubik.
BKB'd before he's gonna die actually.
He's gonna kill them all. He might die here.
He has only the Bane here.
He is
Oh,
probably dead.
Artstyle's here.
Our
to save
style's
the
here, boys.
Does he have Rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
Okay, never mind.
that AC aura from the illusion. Oh my God, they're killing him.
Nice.
This is the timing.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the timing they were waiting for.
Oh,
when
this is the racks down.
The
at
SNY
15K.
peel. The SNY
That's,
peel.
that's the time.
Oh wow. He doesn't go Manta against
I like that. I like that.
Earth Spirit though?
He's going BKB, so maybe he just feels like it's too much defensive utility.
I feel bad for him though when you're forced to go these types of items.
Yeah, BKB peel never feels good.
Actually, his Razor doesn't seem that bad against PL just because the link goes through the
isn't
doppelganger.
that bad, yeah.
Yeah, it's more so they itemize really well, knowing like their heroes don't innately deal with peel. They just have the Radiance and the Shivas.
Yeah.
Like that a lot.
I feel like this SF is also gonna deal with this peel until he gets a heart. Like I feel like that matchup might sway when peel has a heart, but before that, it's pretty good for SF.
Yeah, if they have like semi-even farm, it's not. But in this case, it's like
yeah, it's rough.
They're just in. They don't
He's
care.
gonna have 2 items ahead of him.
Fnatic's forcing them to move around, which is the best they can do right now. They basically just got like 4k net worth back, which is pretty big.
Yeah. Envy is very good at cutting waves and being annoying.
He's in his element right now.
Yes, this is what he wants. He's getting items. He's decently farmed actually, this guy.
It's not too bad.
So it's like experienced captains, like you said you don't think they know their plan either. How often is you're like watching a match and you don't really know what their plan is, and then you learn something that you saw from the plan? Like, does that really happen anymore, or do you feel like you've kind of run into everything?
No, I mean, I feel like VP is very aware of how they should win this game. Maybe they're not doing it perfectly, but they have an understanding of how they're actually winning this game. And Fnatic, it's kind of like they're playing to stall it out, and eventually their carries are gonna out-carry the opponent. So they're playing like pretty much only on win condition, but it's not really enough against the top-tier teams, I think.
Okay.
I feel like the idea for Fnatic was to get the right lane matchups. I feel like that was a big part of it. I thought this TP was gonna lane against Racer and it was gonna go well for them, but as soon as that didn't happen, like this TP was roaming around low 3. You know, you can already see at that point that something went wrong, like compared to what the plan was. And then if your plan after that is just to farm and get items, then you don't really have much of a play for like the next 20 minutes, which is a rough position to be in. You're just kind of just doing whatever you see on the map. Like, if there's an opportunity, you might go for it, but it's not really a great spot to be in.
Look at Jackie though. This guy is already cutting waves, you know, making sure.
Yeah. His team is telling his team kill creep wave right now.
Kill catapult though, that's tough.
Oh wow. Oh no.
That's
alright.
VP knows, they see him.
He should still wreck him here on Rubik.
Oh no.
That's bad.
Wasted D2.
This is it, you split.
I think Jackie just go bot. Actually doesn't have a top wave. It's
they have no more creeps, so they can kill the catapults.
They're standing strong right now.
Nah, they're not gonna get this. It's catapults.
I like how VP is playing this. It's very smart.
I don't.
Oh, Ravage.
Ravage in the back lane.
Oh, never mind.
They got the Racer.
Got the Razor.
They have Sunder and he's low health.
They got the racks. They just walk away now.
All right, it's time to get more.
Yeah, this is the 2 racks.
Here we go. Anime music coming up, boys. Let's go.
Cue it up.
This is the
Here we go.
2 racks down.
They haven't lost the melee top. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
okay.
not really.
It's like intro hasn't quite started.
So
yet.
here's the thing. I feel like TB and PL are like the new Alchemist TB, right? Like you lose 2 racks, but now you farm.
Now you farm.
Now
the
you
lanes
win
are
the
always
game.
going to be on your side. So
Yeah.
you'll always be able to farm.
Excellent.
Now you win.
Yes.
Alright, is Roshan actually up?
It's not.
Oh, Illusion Rune.
No, never mind. Okay, this game is not over.
It's
right?
not. It's not over.
It's not over.
It really isn't. That's
I mean,
like
if
the
I'm
scary
playing this
part.
game,
I'm
on
not
VP
even like
side,
yeah.
I'm scared at this point.
I would be scared too, knowing I'm up against Jackie. 2 sides
I
are
mean,
down.
okay, so they got the racks right, but I feel like Fnatic just gained like 4k gold.
No, they got like 1k. It was 12k for a while.
Well, I mean, VP can gain gold too, but I think what's more important is Fnatic gains gold.
That's true. That's true. It's not really about
Yeah,
the
not like
difference.
net worth comparison. Yeah.
That's
I'm
true.
just not sure how this PLI. I mean, maybe Abbott is like, you know, Envy, it's your time to shine for once.
But this is the point of the game where SF kind of starts to fall off against these illusion heroes. Like, the raises aren't enough anymore, and then...
You can start poking him down like significantly. He has to pop
Yeah.
BKB like in an unideal scenario, then you can...
Like Bane doesn't really do anything to illusions anymore. I feel like the Brew starts to
He's a
fall
Radiance.
off, and
He's
you
a
can
Radiance
actually start killing his pandas
Yeah.
in the late game.
I think it's very important for Fnatic that they burst like a core with Ravage like they did there, right? They kill the Racer before his BKB, and then the fight is just like...
It's
you know,
over,
yeah,
almost.
It's pretty much over. This SF is not really like that strong at all. He kind of needs his Racers there. Same for the Racer, right? He needs
Oh
his
no.
Alright, Roche is up.
Roche spawns
What's a Ravage?
30
I don't
seconds
think
after
they have
Fnatic checks.
Yeah.
Okay, oh yeah.
Average up in 35.
Maybe Pi can stall it.
They want to fight this though. They don't want to give VP another Aegis.
They're stalling
Tide
it
is
decently.
far away.
Spirits out.
It's gonna die before the Spirit's back.
Yeah,
so.
this one's dead.
Oh, he's ulted it.
Casual ult.
Okay.
Did that even hit?
They really need to get out now.
I don't think that hit.
It didn't hit. There's some weird thing with
They
that.
could
ult.
burst
Oh,
him.
wow.
Oh, they
Oh,
burst
nice.
him.
Okay, go in.
Go more.
No buyback.
Go. Oh.
Chasing.
He has BKB and PL.
He uses
BKB
BKB on
cooldown.
the Razor.
Where's the
BKB 's on-
cheese?
Go,
There
go,
it
go,
is.
go.
Oh, he gave him the cheese.
Nice.
This is still not
Yum,
good
yum,
for
yum.
VP, I think.
Go.
Ravage up. Ravage up.
This is
Alright.
the part of the game where Tide's unkillable.
It's up. Ravage
Let's
is up.
go. This is actually huge for
Do we have
Fnatic.
anime
Yeah,
music
can
on
we get
cue?
some...
Can we actually get anime music on right now?
Please.
This is
This
Hit
would
us
make
up.
it like...
Oh my
the DJ
goodness.
Requiem, boys.
They might actually take this game just because of this.
Somebody cue up some
I
anime
mean-
music.
This is their timing. We're all talking smack
I mean, we were partially being sarcastic, but
I wasn't talking
I was
smack.
never.
I was definitely not sarcastic.
I was partially. I'm like, but that's when they're gonna win, right? Like, if they win, it's then because they like.
I thought Fnatic would win this game the entire time.
Yeah, we called it at the start.
No, I thought they were gonna lose, but then VP took a Rax, and then I knew Jack was gonna.
Another one.
You thought they were gonna GG before they took a single Rax.
Okay, no memes though.
Yeah,
Do you actually not take Rax versus Fnatic and just choke the map?
Yeah, I think so.
And then you take like 2 at once instead of 1.
I think they were pretty smart about how they did it. They did it slowly and methodically.
Well, like the way Dota works now, you get kills right in the early game, like level 15, but they just respawn before you get to your Rex.
Yeah.
So do you wait for late game, kill them, and when they're like level?
They burst him again?
Okay.
Oh my God! No
my
buyback!
goodness.
Holy moly!
Racer's dead too.
Oh
Alright,
my God!
Jackie
Go
has
throw
done
him.
it.
Go
Anime
throw him.
music, please.
You guys are
Holy.
missing out on a big chance with that.
Although we did, we did call something right. We said when 2 racks are down,
Hey, yeah.
VP is in trouble. They needed to finish the game. They needed to kill everything.
I think that's the first correct read I had this entire game. Except
They
for
actually call it. That's
Wow.
That's game.
Wow.
This is why everyone loves Jackie Mao, because
Alright.
this is literally the anime in Dota, you know.
This is
Yeah.
actually anime in Dota. Okay, anime won for now, but they didn't.
They're
win.
up 1K
I
at the end of the
think- I
game.
don't
They're
even
up
think
1K.
Fnatic knows what happened. Look, Jackie's like, he's
It's
unfazed.
just
He's
like,
unfazed.
huh.
You know? Like, oh,
Yeah.
I guess we
All a
won
part
this.
of the plan.
Can we get his playlist? Like, was there a playlist going on?
There had to be.
Everything
like-
aside, like that was really well played by Fnatic. I feel like the last like couple of minutes, that was like
They did exactly what they had to do, right?
That was just an explosion of like just one pickoff turning into like they just won the game. They just kept pushing while people were dead, and it wasn't an easy spot to be in for them, and they still played it against like an Aegis and a Cheese. They knew that they had to fight. So
Oh, they were fast about it for sure.
Yeah.
When they saw an opening, they took it. That was definitely a good thing. And I think, I mean, these guys are very good at doing what they do, which is cutting waves and being annoying. They're very good at it. Like, you know, this is how they win games. And, well, I mean, anime won this time.
yeah,
but
1-1.
but the tournament's still going.
VP's first loss.
I feel like VP's draft makes it a lot harder for them to win this game. Like, close the game at least. Like, they crushed the early game, they crushed the mid game, but actually ending the game is pretty rough unless they're really, really far ahead.
I feel like they had this game.
I think they had
completely.
this game too.
Yeah.
I think they
really-
did things right.
Yeah, I feel like it was a bit unfortunate. Like the
Well, I'm not saying they didn't do anything like wrong. I'm just saying like they don't have this
I
clear way of like taking tier 3s, right? Besides just running up the hill.
I feel
I
like
think
their
Panda is
timing,
good enough, actually.
their timing on the bot racks, that was a showcase of like how it's supposed to go for them. The Brew split and they got a Rax for it,
Yeah,
and they just ran
exactly.
out.
Do you think
know?
they just run away earlier?
Yeah, they just ran away. Like this Racer died, but it didn't really change anything, you know. Like he just died for nothing, and then they got the Roche, and then what happened is this Brew gets caught and he dies before split, and then they lose Aegis and Cheese in a fight with no Brew, right?
I guess no one died in the bot lane with Aegis, right? Before they even pushed.
No, the Roche
that
was
was-
after.
No, they died. They died
No,
at
I'm-
Aegis pit, like at
in
the
that-
Roche pit.
In that like secret shop, no one got caught with the Aegis.
Yeah, he
Do you
died
think
twice.
that,
It was
do
at
you
the
think
Ancients.
do you
It
think
was
that
at
actually
the Ancients,
mattered?
I mean, it matters
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. You want to push for Vegas, but I definitely think VP had a good window to open, like to win this
Do you
tournament.
think they just missed the
This game.
window or something?
They did a lot of things right. They just messed up a couple times, and then of course, you know, eventually you're gonna lose to these types of things. But I think VP had this game.
Do you think it's like a lack of patience because they chose to take a
No.
fight right after? I mean, I'm saying that like they chose to take a fight right after Roche, and like I'm pretty sure if Nine Pasha has a BKB, they can't actually lose fights.
He
Like,
was building
literally
one,
no-
but it was a bit too late.
That's what I mean. It's like, do you think it would have been better if they just?
I think they could have probably chilled. I mean, it's easy to say in hindsight.
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
just,
that's what I'm
you
saying
know,
is-
it's just like he blinks in, he gets lifted, and then he just dies, you know. And then
It's just like if I'm VP, what do you take from that game? That's what I'm like kind of
They just made
right now.
mistakes.
I mean, I know for a fact like that they're just gonna be like, okay, we just we threw this game, you know, and then they're just
Yeah.
gonna move on. And
Okay.
I don't think they're gonna talk much about it. I feel like they all knew that they could win this game pretty easily.
I think so too.
I don't feel like it's gonna be like a hard loss to take for them or anything. It might be in the sense that it's the first loss of the tournament, but other than that, these guys are pretty good at handling losses, and yeah.
I think Fnatic, this is important for them. It gives them a confidence boost because I think they were kind of getting handled 2 games like for
I'm
a
sure
very
they
long
really
time.
were.
I'm sure what they take from this game from Fnatic is that they need a little bit better lanes. Like
Yeah, they need to get the matchups. I think it's really important for them. They tried to this TB against Racer, but it's just like they need to like have something that they know, not something that they think. I believe, like they probably had like an idea with this terribly against Racer, but it didn't really work out. So maybe something that they're comfortable with.
Do you think they changed their opening at all, Fnatic? I think they might change something. They've opened up this like Rubik Ogre, Rubik ET.
I actually think they're gonna stick to the
I think
same
they will
if
stick
could.
with this. If they can get ET, I think they will take it for sure. I think that hero did almost the most in this game for them.
Maybe the awkward part was like the third pick tied. Then
maybe, but that's just a hard spot to pick like your offlaner in on second
I
pick.
actually think the picks that came after started to become a little weird.
I think the TB and the PL. I think the TB, if it's not a good match, like I like the idea, like they pick this tide and they counter it with Racer, and then their idea was to go aggro, right? I think that's a pretty good idea, but if the matchup is not good, then obviously it isn't great, and then the last pick maybe has to be like something that doesn't get completely like stomped in lane.
Yeah, I guess that's right. They picked TB and then PL, and that's kind of weird.
So I feel like just like that's like the hard thing, you know. You need to get the matchups right, and if you don't get it right, then sometimes it can be pretty devastating. Especially in this patch.
Gifts?
Gifts for players.
We've got gifts.
For
so
all
we
of us?
hear from the voice.
Everyone but me.
Did you just get a
saw
No, I'm not.
get a
I'm totally
big
joking.
ass person.
Yeah,
Oh, they even have your names on it, guys. Should I go? Should I be the one that picks them up? You think?
Wow.
I would
Bring
love to
him
get
over.
a present from BSJ.
Yes.
It's
the
from
dream.
Santa.
No, it's BSJ.
The gift-giving tree.
I think E is Santa, right? Oh, nice. Do you open them all at once or one at a time?
Why does Tal get the big one?
I am the host, sir. I'm just I'm not really.
Nice. Did I just
What
open
is
it
this
now?
for? Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, okay, man.
It is.
What do we have here?
Oh,
Oh
nice.
Always
my god.
dreamed of a gift.
What do you guys get?
Oh my
Oh,
I
god.
got this
wow.
nice HTC esports jacket.
I got a nice headset.
Wow. What kind of headset? Hold on. You gotta say the name.
Get a, how do you say this thing again? Wait, Sennheiser surround sound
it's
gaming headset.
Thank
It's
you.
not the best.
Mom,
I would
this
recommend
is for you.
something else. Personally, I like SteelSeries, but
Oh my god.
Thank you very much. Very nice.
Hey, HTC esports jacket. Very
Manager,
nice.
you always wished for a Sennheiser headset, and now's your chance to shine. Alright, I've been denied.
I've always wished for
Didn't
one
you get
of
this
these.
too, Kyle? You get a nice HTC
beautiful.
esports jacket?
These
Oh,
are so
nice.
rare.
These are limited edition, aren't they? I have no idea, actually.
You traded it? How could you do that to HTC
Thank you so
esports?
much, Santa.
Thank you, Santa.
My only wish was the
BTS
sweater.
Santa.
I can't unzip it. How am I supposed to wear it?
That's
You
a good
don't.
question.
Oh, there
we
it is.
go. It's a tough zipper.
Very beautiful present as well.
We're going to go ahead and take it to a break. Coming up next is Game 3. Scores 1-1 for the Fnatic VP series, and we'll see you guys when we come back.